We have a lost toque here. Look at that fog. 564 official, good evening. Juanita, good evening. Jazz, good evening. And Upstate in the house, we're live, yes. Kind of near one of the beach docks, not too far from Sugar Beach. See the Portland bridges in the distance there. And the further you go south, you will head to Cherry Beach, which I'm sure is extremely windy. It's windy enough being here. But TGIF to everyone, thank you for tuning in tonight. You know, Mr. Strides is live right now doing his Q&A thing. So I stopped in to say hello, but I was planning on going live pretty much from when I woke up. I was actually planning on going live yesterday, but it was rainy and pretty rainy today as well. But I figured, you know, better late than never. And I went to Liam's birthday party, which was very enjoyable. So happy birthday, belated birthday to Liam. And Stephen Edwards, welcome. And Life with Bob Lee, welcome. Thank you for being here. I don't know how much time I'm going to be spending on this stream, but I'm just kind of heading westbound a little bit. I'll stroll around downtown and then I'll probably circle my way back. So yeah, it is a foggy one. Look in the distance there. You got some suspicious people that kind of just like sit there in a weird area for no reason and continue to sit there. Kind of makes you wonder what they're doing, but you know, especially when there's multiple people doing that. But I don't know. Just move on, I guess. It's kind of central around here too, and we're not too far from Billy Bishop Airport. You can hear the plane up there. You definitely can't see one hidden in the fog. I couldn't imagine it's really great for flying conditions right now, but those mountains are melting very slowly, very stubborn, yeah. Well, it's foggy in Niagara Falls too, huh? Yeah. It's time of year where it gets a little bit warmer. It's just a little bit above freezing point. What this is right here. It's the grocery store that's obviously closed. It might be Loblaws. Or not. I haven't been around here too much. I don't even remember a grocery store actually even being here. So it says Marche Leo's, okay. And Marche is also a market that's kind of close to Union Station, where they have kind of takeout eatery there. So I think it's part of the same company. Yeah, there's a few places that close at like 7 or 8, but sort of like about Freshco. They're open till 10. The average grocery store is usually open till 9. Black Box Barbershop looks pretty high-end and expensive. We got some cool bit of art galleries here going on. Aging sparks creativity. Fried egg there and the ocean, and some pretty cool pieces of art here. Seems like a picture taken with a camera out of focus. were kind of made by youth. That's the point. And I'm assuming these are for sale, but I don't see any prices. Pretty cool. I might swing around to Young, maybe go around to Bloor and then circle my way back, just to see how things are going and have a bit more time on my hands than I've recently had. So $5 meat value here. See the distance. And for anyone that hasn't seen it yet, the big arch is kind of been a bit of a meme lately due to the CEO. And for anyone that doesn't know, can I cross through here? Well, I'm going to find out. He basically was testing out the big arch before it arrived in the US. Apparently it was in Canada first. And he took the smallest minuscule bite and called it pretty much a product. And you know, there's been people kind of trolling him left, right, and center with Wendy's, Burger King, and A&W kind of mocking him, but I have yet to actually try the big arch. It's just 2 quarter-pounders with some white cheddar and crispy onions. But apparently it's got pretty positive reviews, despite the CEO kind of making a mockery out of it. This little skating rink here. Hello, Harjot. And hello, Yoshi. Yes, I'm aware. And hello, Kevin. I will see you tomorrow, and say hi to Janet for me as well. Never been a skater myself. I am terrible on my feet, but kind of cool. I'm not sure what the hours are, but it's definitely not like Nathan Phillips. I'll kind of go up this ramp here and then back down again. No, he really isn't, and it's just, I don't know. It looked like he was struggling just to take one bite. It was kind of reeking of BS, but there's only one way to find out for yourself, is to go and try the big arch. Apparently it's $11 or $12, so it ain't cheap. But the days of McDonald's being cheap are pretty much over anyways. Even a Big Mac on a good day costs $6, $7, right? That's just the sandwich alone. And as you can see, we're getting some melting ice here. So I'll kind of slide my way across. In fact, I'm not even liking this. It's a little too slippery. So I'm gonna I don't even know what to do. The second I went on it, I instantly regretted it. All right, I'm free. I'm not gonna hopefully fall. Now look at all this. Puddles and more ice. All right, I'm home free. Yoshi can handle a Subway chicken teriyaki, I think, with enough motivation. Hey, if you can handle jalapenos, the sky's the limit at this point. Have some guy on a motorcycle. Definitely noticeable. But not going that fast. Oh, never mind. It's his Audi. That's where all the revving was coming from. And it's not even a motorcycle, it's an e-scooter. Well, that's how good my vision is at night. Vroom vroom, he's in an Audi, why not, right? Some recent encounters with some entitled negligent drivers. a couple days ago, maybe borderline to a week ago, I was actually crossing and I had a green and I had the walkway, and out of nowhere this SUV starts gunning it probably about 3 or 4 seconds after it turned green. And I could not make this up. He not only had to swerve around from not basically killing me, he ran this red light with like no F's given whatsoever. And it kind of bothers me how these lunatics can get away with this never when there's a cop around. It's like, ugh. And something similar happened yesterday too, where again, it's almost the same situation. It's a walkway and then let's just gun it, run a red light, and just, ugh. So yeah, definitely be careful out there, because a lot of drivers obviously aren't. We got Canada Goose up here. Even from this proximity, it's still pretty damn foggy. But yes, this is Friday night in the big city. And it was raining for quite a bit, but thankfully it stopped. It was spitting off and on for a little while. Shoppers here, open till 10 p.m. Pretty spacious one. And I'm approaching Sugar Beach. So what I'm going to do is swing around actually for a little bit. I'll do sort of a U-turn here. Hogtown Adventures, yeah. I think this sign is a little bit outdated. I think most of the ice is thankfully, well, from overhead at least, melted. But apparently it's going to be up to 14 degrees sometime in the next week, so it's kind of good to hear. And here's Canada's Sugar Beach. Farm Boy, and that's a lot of I was thinking of. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but that's the one I usually go to besides the one in Carlton. Carlton and Church. And during the summers and spring, it's a pretty happening spot around here. Not as happening as Cherry Beach, but got enough benches around here, and it's a pretty decent site. There's usually a transport ship around here, but I guess it's departed. And that's about it. That's pretty much all you're gonna see. Walking on wet sand here. Here's some ducks. Okay. I think I might see some Canadian geese, or maybe some loonies, but they're all just kind of silhouettes to me. So it's hard to really tell. But they're at the edge of this melting ice path here, kind of making a circle around it. Some seagulls, I guess. Alright, so westbound I will continue. What's going on there? Whoa, almost slipped there. A garbage bag or something. Just want to make sure it wasn't someone sleeping on the ground. Oh, it's actually like an old dirty snowbank is actually what that is. That's funny. I will for sure, Bob. Definitely a nice hotel. Lower Jarvis here. Farm boy here. And we got the very insanely wide bike lanes. You never really see them this wide, but it's obviously meant for both directions. And it looks like a fuel tank transport, just waiting for something. Red Path Sugar, it's the multiple buildings for it, factories. You got a very intimidatingly looking stairwell towards the top there, pretty high up. Maybe to change the light, I guess. Yeah, Red Path is huge right now. Bike lane. So I'm just kind of like staring into the foggy distance here, but I do like it. Like the way the lights reflect off of everything. Very eye-catching. I'm looking for Yonge Street, and I'll loop up around there. So we got a warning sign about incoming vehicles turning up ahead. And that's about it for now. There it is, the entrance to Red Path Factory here. I guess these bikes are sort of a little bit more usable than they were during the big snowstorms. A lot of them were just completely snowed in. So So they're ready to use now, especially with the temperature gradually getting warmer. And Young is approaching. And got my favorite condo in the city, the Tower of Discarded Pizza Boxes. Nothing spicy tonight, but maybe soon. Take your time, Yoshi. And we're at 1 Young Street. And there's no button to push for the last ring line. Yeah, there is. But it's just across to the other side. So I'm kind of like moving across here. Now the light's counting down. Alright. It's not one of those lights that restarts themselves, which are always annoying. And there's the shell of the old LCBO headquarters that they're keeping propped up for some reason there in the distance. And of course, coming up is the Westin and the Westin Sky Restaurant. I'm pretty much near Sugar Beach, Yoshi. Just passing it, heading up on Young, and heading northbound from there. And it's $1 for a small McDonald's coffee. Yeah, Queens Quay and Young, to be precise. And I'm officially on Young, so let's make a little roundabout here. And we have Sky Tower right here. Fortunately, you can only see about maybe 2/3 of it, as the wind gradually continues to pick up. Here's the concrete jungle of Toronto, or Toronto is the concrete jungle, I should say. It's the concrete jungle of Canada. And you see all these condos sort of like aligned together with the foggy background. It's a pretty majestic look, I would say. Imprinted footsteps there in the concrete. And one last look towards the Sky Tower there. Gardner Expressway. And rain is starting to pick up a bit now. Uh-oh. A few drops here and there. Oh, Bob. And I noticed near Bay, in front, or Lakeshore I should say, they're doing some construction or renovation, whatever they're doing on these decaying pillars that are holding up the Gardner Expressway. And a lot of them are just really detached and worn out. Like you see right over there, it's pretty hazardous to me, and chunks are falling all over the road. It's a lot of work that needs to be done, of course. But the city isn't really known for repairing things or repairing things for public transit that quickly. We saw how long Line 5 and Line 6 took. And Line 3 will be, who knows, they say 2030. But I expect it to be longer based on their track record. Decided to right away here. Looked like a discarded ladder from the distance, but this is just one of the gates from somewhere. It's looking all trippy right now. No spatulas, unfortunately, and I've been keeping an eye open for them. I'm pretty much right near Union Station. Actually, I was going to say Blue Arrow. I think I'm going to swing around up to Dundas and then loop down maybe towards, I don't know, Jarvis or something, and then I'll cut it off there. Like I said, it's kind of a short one. Nothing too exciting about tonight. Just something to do. No dogs allowed in the planter. Well done. When I used to catch buses over there, now replaced by a very gigantic tall condo. So buses for GO have moved a bit southbound towards Lakeshore. If you want to travel anywhere on those that the GO trains do not go to. Hockey Hall of Fame here. It's safe to say that the fog has pretty much dominated the night. Many people went live today at all. I think I'm one of the few as far as Toronto walk tubing goes. Meridian Hall. You know it, Rob. Reflecting is what got me to start doing this to begin with. Front and young now. And for people that know the album Tommy by The Who, it's always reminding me of the cover of it. The same sort of cubicle patterns there. Can't even see the CN Tower. You wouldn't even know it's there. Light can change sometime soon. All right. Are they, Bob? I'm not sure if I'd want to see The Who again. I saw them about 20 years ago, actually almost exactly 20 years ago in 2006. It's just one of those bands where it's like, kind of like the Stones. It's like, yeah, you're legends, but you know, I guess if they want to keep active, you know, it keeps them alive longer. But to be honest, to fork thousands into that, I don't know. You're going just for the fact that you're seeing the band for a lot of these acts, to be honest. Same thing with McCartney, all these people I really do love. But you're paying thousands for a ticket and it's kind of underwhelming. I don't know. Not something I would personally invest in. I'm sort of a small venue kind of guy, I guess you could say. Guy was whipping pretty fast by me. Nailville 6001. Welcome. Yeah, it's very foggy and kind of gloomy, to be honest. A lot of buildings and obstacles you can't really see that well. Barely even see the CN Tower in the distance. Sidewalk is closed, so I might as well cross. So I'm going to be going up Yonge. What's going on down here? Yeah, that's true, Bob. Like, I can't say I blame them, but it's not a thing for me. Me, never, Yoshi, never. I think I went a little prematurely there, the advanced screen. Okay, now I'm good. We'll see what Yonge and Dundas will look like in this sort of state. I don't even know how hungry I'm going to be tomorrow. I guess we'll find out. Hotel Victoria, and there's performance going on. Let's try to sneak in here, take a little look. Someone playing guitar and someone singing. Pretty cool. Two fans on a couch. Look at this. More and more fog. It was in a vampire movie or something. lot of obstacles in the way here. Just these pillars and these signs for reasons I don't even know, other than to just get in the way. But it's narrowing down traffic southbound to just one lane. But despite the weather, of course, Yonge as usual is pretty busy and alive. At least the rain mostly stopped, so. Entrance to King subway station right there, and the 504 King streetcar. And a very spacious Starbucks. One of the most spacious ones I've seen. And you'll see this frequently. Some jackass right in the middle of the walkway. Because what do they care, right? Well, let's see what make of vehicle this is. Oh, it's a Cadillac, yeah. Always some entitled vehicle, right? What else is new? It's not them, it's a Mercedes or a BMW or an Audi. Because common courtesy and road rules don't apply to them.
Because there's one.
Sud Forno, a very high-end Italian bakery and eatery here. I agree, Bill. I really do love independent businesses, and one is Pizza Forsace, I think they're called, that I tried recently with Liam. I thought they were pretty good. A little pricey, but what is it nowadays? Too many corporations taking over family-owned businesses, so I'm all on board with you on that. The saddest thing is when Vesuvio's closed down. During the pandemic, I think in 2020, yeah, 2020, so. And I said this before, but the longest lineup I've ever seen for anything. Went around a complete city block, hundreds of people. So that's how much that business was loved. 15 Yonge here. Richmond. We got this one driver that's kind of in the way of another. Don't know what he was doing. Getting in the way, I guess. Light's certainly taking its time. Everyone else is walking, I might as well too. '97C Young, it's a Union Station here. That lady was smoking a pretty strong joint. Thought it was a cigarette at first. Which is kind of funny because she was in a very formal, sort of business-like outfit. Not the stereotypical stoner you would see on the street, but... And what used to be the path of the Queen Street car, before it had to divert southbound. And you can see Dundas sort of creeping up there. It's the milestones I went to for Alex's birthday, aka Squirrel. It was very nice. I really enjoyed it. And of course it was a bit more expensive, but I felt like for what I got, it was not too overpriced. And you could easily go to a lot of other high-end restaurants and probably pay twice that. So I'm not mad at Milestones at all. In fact, this table right here is exactly where we sat, this empty one there.
Right means I'm wrong.
Neville says, I can't believe that in the 70s and 80s, the Eaton Center used to look so nice, white and futuristic on the outside. Well, this area's a lot more lit up. Inside the Eaton Center is just, I don't know, I normally try to avoid it at all costs. It's just so crowded, but overall, I think it's kind of maintained its look. I remember when it, like in the 90s, it used to have like these hang down sort of objects, like you'd have birds and like mannequins or whatever, and they've changed a lot of that since then, but overall I think most of it is still pretty much the same. That's where the Hard Rock Cafe used to be, and they're bringing it back, but I don't think it's going to be at that exact location. Ed Mervish Theater, and of course the new Italy. This guy has his protective cover for his e-bike. So now that I'm pretty much at Yonge and Dundas, I'm gonna swing a right, and I'll probably end this at Jarvis. As I've said before, there's no way in hell I'm gonna be recording on Sherborne. I smell some barbecued food. I'm not sure where from. Could be anywhere really at this point. But as you can see, it's pretty happy. You hear strange screams and noises as usual. You never know where they're coming from. So I'm gonna try to sneak across here. I'll take a look at what's going on over here. There's some screaming. What the hell is that? Who knows? These booths with some sort of blow up animals. I don't know what to call them. Okay, I think that's about as much screaming as I can take. Alright, cool, I guess. What a scream fest. Hurting my ears. Alrighty then. Okay, this is City TV News. I guess you would know, Yoshi. What is the whole point of it? You're talking to it and it screams back at you. He's Sam the Record Man. You can still hear it. Swing down here and around. Doubt that's copyright, just sort of diner music, I guess. I don't know. But I've always wanted to try this place, the Jazz Bistro. It might actually be a live act. Well, they were just starstruck by Kyle Walker. Because that's how famous I am. Not. Ed Mervish Theater here. We'll see, a theater that just has plays, I guess. And Kat is in the chat. Happy Friday to you. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Sapand, aka Swan, for tuning in tonight. It's definitely a foggy one. And down at Shooter is the Frans that I was recently at with Kevin and Janet. So tomorrow we'll be doing another breakfast thing for the Yoshi Walker channel, but it'll be a pre-record. Until I get the statistics of what I'm supposed to do for a live stream for the Yoshi Walker channel, it's going to be pre-records from here on, so I promise you it won't be the shit show the last one was. I will do my best. Uh-oh, more copyright. Dun, 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 dun. In a second, you'll see Massey Hall to the right. The one and only. Kind of funny how they're telling people in this area to be quiet even though it's a hospital. I don't think there's going to be much silence around here. What is the one and only Walker? I don't think I understand the question, Yoshi. I'm not the one and only Walker. You got Toronto Walker and West Coast Walker. That's as far as Toronto's concerned. And there is another Kyle Walker. He's a soccer player, I think. Going down to clean. I'll swing around. This live stream has about 5 minutes left. So thank you for everyone that tuned in tonight. Nothing exciting, nothing that really stands out, but that's kind of the streams I like. Personally, I like watching laid back streams where not a lot is going on. You can kind of just let your mind wander off and not be consumed by the chaos. Tomorrow's a big day for our city. Yes, Toronto's birthday. 1834. So that would make 192 years old or something like that. Definitely old. And you still see some remains of snowbanks slowly melting away here. A lot of them are pretty filthy. Yeah, that's why I thought Japan 192, because yeah, I have a hat, I think it was from Dollarama actually, that said Toronto was 1834, which is kind of funny that Toronto is technically 33 years older than Canada itself. I guess it was called York at that time. And here we are on Queen again. I might Japan. I'll let you know how the day pans out, but it's a good 50-50 chance I'll be there. Hey, why not? Might make an excuse for some good content. I'm assuming you'll be there. True, Bob, true. Back at the pawn shop district, and McDonald's again for anyone that hasn't tried the Big Arch. You know, I really want to try it for myself. Maybe a little review for myself. There is this YouTuber called, well, the name is the Report of the Week, but he's commonly referred to as Review Bra. And he's a guy that's been on YouTube for at least 6-7 years, and he's infamous for doing food testing, mainly fast food. So check him out. Report of the Week. And check out his review on the Big Arch. It's getting a lot of teasing background to it, but if anyone's tried it, let me know. $11 to $12. One of the most expensive sandwiches yet. A combo would probably be like 16, 17. Who knows? I don't go to McDonald's that often, but you know, kind of like the McLobster, the McRib, there's these intriguing items that might make me want to just try it out. Okay, Japan, I'll probably see you. Okay, so Jarvis is approaching, and that's it for me. Usually over an hour, so reached my quota for time. Yeah, cake is a little filling for me, and I always like kind of the vanilla over chocolate, but hey, no one's mad at chocolate cake. Okay, so I'm gonna cross the lights here and wrap it up. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. You know, everyone that's been there to support my channel. I appreciate you all, you know I do. Rain, shine, foggy, snowy, or whatever might come our way. I'll explore it all. And right outside the Canadian Armory. So yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you Nelbill, 564 Official, Upstate, Alicia, Yoshi. And I might be live tomorrow for the gathering of Toronto's birthday. Who knows? I may or may not, or pre-record, so time will tell. Until then, appreciate you all, and I will see you all in the next one. Walker.